Okay, here we are back again with more Mass Effect 3. Yeah, we're still on the Citadel. I'm gonna talk to James because he's right here. Why not?
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Pretty much.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
So, not your kind of place, I take it.
I take it this is your first time here with the elite of the galaxy.
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
Well, it's hard to believe.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but...
But?
You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, it looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us.
Sounds like it.
And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Alright.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's really all I can do this time. We'll be able to come back to the Citadel and there will be more to run around in, more places to go.
Now arriving at docking bay
But this first time at the Citadel, it's kind of limited. Again, like, we're still not quite to the point where we're at, where we're gonna have the run of things. It will once I go through this next sort of little chunk of the game, which is, I'm gonna start right now, because that's pretty much where we're at. Let's see here. Maybe these guys will have a little more to say.
So, you're just silent behind enemy lines until the war is over?
No, they've got us on rotation. We're mostly in fortified holding zones until strike teams clear an area. Then we come in and set up medical bunkers and supply depots. And then the main fleet comes in to occupy.
I'm not wearing commando leather, honey. What does that mean?
We'll be perfectly safe. They don't put engineers on the front lines.
But you won't be able to talk to us.
Yep. Okay, let's head out, I guess. Back to the Normandy, because got a lot of more stuff to do. Okay. Yeah, this is not the Normandy. Alright. That's a kid. A kid I'm pretty sure is dead. But sure, let's chase after him in slow motion. Okay then. I like how people still knock on doors in the 22nd century.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
I know.
Are you alright?
Well, I mean, I've been better. Lots of people are dead, and I can't help them. That pretty much sucks. So yeah, I'd say I've been better.
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
Also the nightmares, yeah.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
I mean, yeah, everyone back on Earth dying while I'm here in a comfy bed.
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Yeah, that's easier said than done.
Commander Shepard, I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D.
Hello?
I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
It's alright, don't worry about it.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line quantum entanglement communicators.
Sounds flashy.
In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation.
Yeah,
I
well,
would prefer that she remain.
as always.
Got it, Edie.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
If Edie says you stay, then
virtual
you stay.
intelligence make requests.
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination.
Same
You
as
can
ever.
also check your messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room.
Yeah, it sounds like her.
And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
Thanks, trainer.
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
Yeah, I mean, their concerns are understandable.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get.
We're gonna throw everything in the kitchen sink at
We need to keep
this.
hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
And what about Earth?
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
All right. So now we finally sort of have a bit more freedom to move around. It's taken us several episodes to get here. We are still pretty much going to stick with the main plot, though, because I want to do Prior to Palaven pretty much right away. But, yeah. What was I going to say? Well, I completely lost what I was going to say a minute ago. I really like the Normandy's sort of redesign. It's still pretty obviously the Normandy from Mass Effect 2. It's the same ship, but it obviously has undergone some a bit of a renovation. So here's our war terminal. This is where, the people, weapons, armies, and fleets that you've accumulated are your war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. The galaxy readiness thing is mostly tied to the multiplayer, which I haven't really played a lot of, and obviously, we're not going to be doing it right now. So basically, the readiness rating is at 50%, which means basically our effective military strength is cut in half. But it's not a big deal anymore. They've since thoroughly patched the game so that you don't have to do, it's totally unnecessary to do multiplayer to get sort of the best ending or whatever. You don't have to worry about it. So our readiness rating is pretty much always going to be at 50% because I'm not going to bother doing anything to bring that up because you pretty much have to do multiplayer to get it up higher. What we really need to worry about is reaching this line and getting as far past it as possible. This line here is the minimum effective military strength that we need to launch the final mission to defeat the Reapers. That's the bare minimum. That is not the best ending by any means. It is just the bare minimum. Right now, pretty much all we have, of course, is the Alliance, the human military on our side, or what's left of the human military after the Reapers have hit Earth very hard and pretty much destroyed Arcturus, which is the center of human government. But we do have some. We have the Alliance Engineering Corps, which cuts roads through mountains and builds bases on asteroids. While the bulk of the AEC has active wartime duties, their brightest are helping build a device of Prothean origin recovered on Mars. Due to the staggering amount of raw materials required, the AEC has been given unprecedented emergency funding for any Alliance resources that will not interfere with the deployment of troops. We also have the 103rd Marine Division. The old saying, every Marine is a rifleman, still holds true in the Alliance. Every Marine enlistee, from clerk to sniper, goes through a period of infantry training. As a result, the 103rd Marine Division is Earth's largest collection of Special Forces soldiers. Officers from notable battles such as the Skillian Blitz and the First Contact War run harsh training exercises in a variety of environments, insisting the Marines be prepared to storm any beach on any planet. This training has been useful in the Reaper War, as the 103rd can be fighting in an Arctic desert 1 week, crawling through jungles the next. The First Fleet, the Alliance First Fleet. The First Fleet was stationed near the Charon Relay, which is the one right by Pluto, when the Reapers invaded the Sol System. By the time Admiral Hackett issued the order to retreat, its size, once the largest in the Alliance Navy, had been cut by half. Commanding Admiral Innes Lindholm made the painful decision to use a tenth of the fleet's remaining vessels as cover so the remainder could escape. Her gamble paid off as the First Fleet limped out of the relay to rally with the rest of the Alliance forces on the run. And now this update, occasionally things will update as we make decisions. Some of these updates are from as far back as Mass Effect 1, actually. All of our various decisions throughout the games affect these numbers. So this fleet, all of the fleets, lost a third of their vessels protecting the Council during the Battle of the Citadel 2 years ago. So that's when I chose to save the Council. I cut all of these fleets by a third. That was the decision that I made. That's the numbers that are reflected here. So unfortunately, the Alliance did not have time to rebuild the fleet to its previous strength before the Reapers invaded. So this number is lower than it would have been if I had let the Council die in Mass Effect 1. And that happens sometimes. I think that's one of the good things about how this works is that it's not always necessarily the paragon choices that get you the best numbers in Mass Effect 3. Sometimes the Renegade option would give you the better outcome. So yeah, basically in saving the Council in Mass Effect 1, I effectively cut all of these numbers by a third. The third fleet was stationed at Arcturus. Is headed by Admiral Nitesh Singh. When the Reapers came for the station, Singh had already pulled his command ship, the SSV Logan, back to an ideal firing position for its mass accelerator cannons. The Dreadnought's guns managed to slow down a destroyer before it could demolish the Third Fleet, but Singh was forced to retreat in the face of overwhelming opposition from the Reapers. And yeah, and then all of these say the same thing, that they lost a third of their vessels in Mass Effect 1. The Fifth Fleet became famous across the galaxy after spearheading Alliance forces at the Battle of the Citadel. It was guarding Arcturus Station when the Reapers attacked. After a bloody and desperate battle, Admiral Hackett gave the order to retreat, sacrificing the entirety of the Alliance Second Fleet to give the Third and Fifth the chance to escape. The Fifth Fleet's engineers are busy repairing its damaged vessels, grimly anticipating a return to Earth and revenge against the Reapers. So yeah, that's why we have First, Third, and Fifth, but no Second. I don't know what happened to the Fourth. Fourth was probably destroyed in Mass Effect 1. But yeah, so the entire Second Fleet was destroyed to allow the Third and Fifth Fleets to retreat from Arcturus Station. So yeah, and Diana Allers, whom we've recruited to the Normandy, is now a war asset worth 5 points. She's an Alliance News Network reporter. She's broadcasting from the Normandy, interviewing crew members and high-ranking Alliance officers to give the galaxy an insider's view of the war. And occasionally, as the game moves forward and we do things and we interact with people and we add more to this list and we make decisions, some of these currently existing entries will update. Diana Allers will update at various points as we talk about things with her and do more reports and things like that. So here's our Normandy. Normandy itself is worth 115 points all by itself. And this is a combination both of the base points and the upgrades that I did in Mass Effect 2. Again, all of the decisions that we've made in the course of the trilogy affect these numbers. And upgrading the Normandy in Mass Effect 2 helps boost this as well. So when the original SSV Normandy was destroyed, Cerberus rebuilt the ship from stolen Alliance plans. Dubbed the SR-2, the Alliance took the new Normandy apart and refitted some of its systems with new technology of its own. As a result, the SR-2 Normandy is the highest performing frigate in the entire Alliance Navy, and possibly the fastest ship in its class. The Normandy is commanded by Shepard, an Alliance officer and humanity's first Spectre. So yeah, these are updates from Mass Effect 2. To bolster the Normandy's firepower, Commander Shepard installed a Thanix magnetic hydrodynamic cannon on the ship's undercarriage. Based on Reaper technology, the powerful weapon fires molten metal accelerated to a fraction of the speed of light. Also, before taking on the Collectors, Commander Shepard reinforced the Normandy's superstructure with Solaris armor. This protective layer of carbon nanotube sheeting can withstand temperatures that would instantly vaporize more conventional armor. And the Normandy has been upgraded with cyclonic barrier technology, allowing the ship's mass effect field projectors to fire rapidly oscillating barriers that deflect rather than directly absorb kinetic shocks. Also, mineral resources. So Commander Shepard uncovered significant elemental deposits while scanning planets with the Normandy SR-2. Basically, this is the result of all of my planet scanning in Mass Effect 2. When the Alliance dry docked the Normandy, they seized all recovered elements. This material surplus has gone toward building the Prothean device discovered on Mars. So it helped. It helped. The fact that I don't know what amount you need to have in order to get. This is the most that you can get. This is the highest number you can get from those mineral resources. I'm not sure what the minimum number of resources is to get this number, because I just get as much as I can. So yeah, Al-Jilani is now a war asset as well, and she's now worth 10 points because of my Paragon actions. This is what I mean by these sort of updates and how you can change the numbers. So Westerland News reporter Khaleesa Benzine and Al-Jilani reached out recently to her viewers with a wartime plea for unity and cooperation among all galactic species. Because I Paragoned her, that's what she did, and now that's why she's worth 10 points. And her sincerity touched extranet viewers, and donations for war relief efforts are pouring in, both to the Alliance and its alien allies. So that's where we're at right now. And yeah, so we're going to get a lot of updates on this as we go forward and progress. We're also going to be collecting my models. My ship models from Mass Effect 2 are all here still. They're just sort of scattered around, like people, like they got pulled out during the retrofit for some reason, and they just got left everywhere.
I can't believe the council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
I mean, that's true.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, that's the war assets, and again, we're going to be going through those a lot during the course of the game. I'm sure periodically I'll check it and go through them, and we'll examine those numbers and what they mean. Some of it is a numbers game, but there are multiple ways to get enough war assets to get sort of the quote-unquote best ending of the game. It's definitely not like It's definitely not like a one-track thing where there's one way to do it. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. This is just the way I like to do it. There's certainly other ways that you can. And it's very possible to get almost as many war assets as a Renegade Shepherd than as a Paragon. Salute, officer. Thank you. I like that. So yeah, next time we'll run around the Normandy and talk to the people we can talk to, and then we're pretty much going to go right to Priority Palaven, because I mean at this point that's pretty much all there is. The only other thing that I can really do right now, I'm not even sure if I have it yet. Yeah, no, not yet. Will be actually a DLC mission. I thought you used to be able to do it. I thought you used to be able to do it before Palaven, but you might not be able to do it until after Palaven. I might be wrong. But yeah, pretty much the only thing we can do right now is just Priority Palaven. So I'll run around but I can at least run around the ship a bunch and talk to everybody, and we can reacquaint ourselves with the Normandy. So before we do that. So yeah, as always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.